You shall not watch. Alright. I need to draw the hair, do the ears,
The lock in a stack
and
of
then draw her
says,
blinking.
it keeps breaking. Fuck you, Twitch.
I've gotten to where I am with like fucking everything else.
The lock in a stack of
Might have to
says,
fancy up the eyes. I can only do my best. It'll be my new. Here's the fun thing. Well, I got that new metal stylus tip. But my pencil my paper like tablet cover is all fucking worn
the
out.
lock in a stack of says, how is it?
I don't know, I need to replace the tablet cover. Tablet screen cover. So I can actually
The lock in a stack of
oh,
says, oof.
it's fun. I'm more shaky without much resistance. And they say definitely don't use it without a cover, because considering it's metal. Whee. I don't really know how I'm gonna finish this hair. I guess it's just gonna be cleaning it up and seeing what the fuck happens. Maybe if I go in with the fun brush, I'll have more ideas. But you love it when you gotta tell someone, yeah, I know you'd like to give me money to do something, but my work ethic doesn't allow me to work very much. I can't do a multi-expression PNG tuber without a lot of suffering. But so be it. Gotta work my way
The
up
lock in
to
a stack of
actual
says,
work.
not accepting commissions at this time.
Yeah, but it's so sad to have to say it. I would love your money. I am honored by the idea that you were willing to give me your money. But I'm too much of a fucking dipshit.
The lock in a stack of says, I'm sticking with simpler commissions for the time being.
Due to my time schedule, I have to limit myself to easy to do commissions. Alright, gonna start an episode of the newest episode of
The lock in
Financial
a stack
Art.
of says, be happy for the offers and keep doing what you need to do for yourself.
The sucker.
About your Mustang.
That's a pretty nice Mustang, I'm not gonna lie.
I told you you're a bag.
The Amex card, I only got that because it's an Amex card. It's an Amex Gold.
What the does that even mean?
Like a cool status symbol and all that kind of stuff.
What are you talking about then?
Credit Karma, you know, I saw it as
You saw it on Credit Karma, so that was a cool status.
Why
You're
won't
not
this
the alpha you
move
think you are.
the way I want it to?
Hammer Elite is the best YouTube membership on the platform,
Dr. Frederick
and I
says,
just upgraded it.
always keep to find another
3
for the user.
exclusive dedicated shows
How
every
is the
single day,
project
Monday
going?
through Friday. And for this
That's
final
funny.
week,
I was like,
anything
should I
you
add it to
want.
the
Sign up
title?
for
I
Hammer
don't
Elite in the
know.
description or pinned
I'm
comment
glad I
below.
did.
Submit proof of
Fun.
purchase at hammerelite.com.
I'm doing
After
well.
that, I'll
Thank
send
you
a
very
$10
much.
additional
Or how the
card
project is
basically
going.
anywhere
Well,
and
fuck, I
in
gotta
multiple
fucking get through
This
it
is the best
somehow.
membership you'll ever join. That's a promise.
Why won't Krita go to the other side?
Hi, my name is Trey, 30 from Tampa, Florida, and this is Financial Audit.
Welcome over from
There's something
Florida,
in this
sir. So
world
what are
that
you
doesn't
doing
want to cooperate
in
with me.
Florida for a living?
So I work in marketing for a telecommunication company,
Okay.
and
I
I've
just
been doing
wanted to
that
go
for a
over
couple
there.
years now.
See, there's
Yeah,
want to go
what are you
over
making?
there.
So it's about 87.5 is what I make pre-tax.
See?
That's great.
Yeah.
What is going wrong? Because that is great. What hits your
What
account
is
on a monthly
this?
basis?
So it's about $5,000 a month.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. Okay, I mean, are you getting some heavy hits?
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I mean,
it's,
5,000 a month.
yeah, so that's going to
The
be
lock-in
after
stack
any
says,
sort of deduction.
No,
or
actually, that
tax.
makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that does make
Okay.
sense. So how you living on 5,000 and old Tampa Bay? It's not.
Hello,
uberly cheap, but it's
Dr.
also not, like,
Frederick.
the hyper most expensive parts of Florida.
That's how the
so-
project is
Pretty
going. Well,
expensive, actually.
Pretty expensive.
I have to
though.
finish the hair
You know, comparative
and
to,
the
like,
ears,
like Orlando
and then
or
draw her
Miami. I mean, it's up there,
blinking,
Really?
and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
Orlando,
recently-
I would definitely
yeah.
say, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
recently
Krita is my baby.
like
I mean, I don't have any
$90,000 for a single
reason to
family
use
home,
anything other
you know,
than
for the
Krita.
income, so,
Well,
you know,
good
I'm
news. You're
close.
at
I
85.
feel lazy to
so
Pirate
what is
Club
actually
Studio
wrong?
again.
What the f is going on?
So, you know, as we take a little
Krita's
deep dive
got
into what's
everything
going
I
on, I'm sure
need.
you'll see it. But I do have kind of a housing situation going
Don't
on
do
right
much.
now that I hope to.
What?
I got paint. I got
It's kind of
paint.
a house that's on the verge of
Studio
foreclosure.
paint.
How are
No.
you on
What's
the
it
verge of
called?
foreclosure?
Sigh.
I wouldn't be laughing, but
Paint Studio
I
Sigh.
don't want to laugh about the situation.
Something?
It was kind of
Whatever. I
unfortunate
got that
with an ex and
for
all that kind of
emergencies.
stuff, and you know the
What kind of
mortgage went
emergencies?
unpaid for a
Good
couple
idea. Good
months.
question. I don't
Yeah,
know.
she was limited in it by itself.
She?
Yeah.
I was picking up he vibes, but that's okay. Keep going.
You know, it's just, you know, I'm confident about my manly self. So, you know, got a skin routine. So, you know,
That was not why.
yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, I love being in the area, but you know, I didn't like the relationship, so I had to move out. And
Because she was a woman.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys got it together? Is she on the mortgage?
Yeah. So basically,
Dr.
what
Frederick
If
happened-
she's
says,
on the mortgage, then why?
I just play
why
on one
wouldn't she
TV.
want to not f her credit and pay parts of it?
You know,
Okay, actually, yeah. Just tell me what's going on.
That's
I'll
for
tell
the.
you what's
I don't know
going
what that
on. So, we
means.
bought the house.
You just hit me with one of these.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
telling you, man.
I don't know why
So
it
I bought the house in
missed that
August of
first one.
2023 with her
Yeah,
after
for legal
we
reasons, I
had,
must clarify.
you know,
I'm not a
minor
real
breakup.
doctor.
We got back together.
Play
and I was like,
one.
hey,
I just
you
play
know,
one on
let's
TV.
buy a
Okay.
house, build some equity.
Minor
That's
That's
breakup.
what. I'm not a
How
real
long?
potato.
Probably a couple months.
Couple
Probably
months,
Yes.
just wanted to bottom a little bit. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, just, you know, like 2 months, whatever. So when we got back
Alright,
together, I
these
was like, all right,
ears are
you know,
probably in the
we
wrong
need to start
place.
building some equity eventually. And
Put
you
it
know,
behind the
housing
face.
market
Okay.
is not going to get
Okay.
any better. So might as well buy a house.
Hair is like
Build some equity.
scaring me.
Yeah. So,
I'm
anyways,
sorry. I don't know if you said it.
Mostly
but
'cause I'm
so
lazy.
How
I
long
don't
were
really
you
want to
guys
do it.
together at that point?
it was a little over like 2.5 years.
Okay.
3 years ish.
Why not marriage then before getting a house together?
I was a little skeptical about marriage, but I wanted
Then yeah, let's get on a mortgage together.
I know, yeah.
What's more of a
So it
commitment?
was just kind of in the
Okay.
moment. I was
Here
like,
is your
hey man,
signing on
you
a
know,
mortgage
let's,
together.
Even calls her
Lock in a
man.
stacko
He's
says,
really dreaming
You got
about it.
ITT no fear.
So when we bought the house,
And look, I'm
it
working,
was up in
and my
Hollywood,
eyelashes
Florida,
are like
which is
stuck
The
being a
lock in
little
a
bitch.
stacko says, That's a good
city
question.
or county whatsoever, but you know, we got what we wanted. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with 2-car garage.
Yeah, but that's not spur of the moment. You still have to look for a house.
Yeah.
You
and
still have to
The lock in a
apply for
stacko
loans.
says,
yeah,
Find the
and-
best
I
rate.
mean
That's
legally.
not just an immediate thing.
maybe a
yeah,
marriage.
So we did some searching for the houses. We spent a couple months researching, and you know, we came across this house and had everything that we wanted.
Why did she want to get into this with you? Did she see marriage?
I think she did.
The lock in a stacko
Why did you
says,
f her
Depends
over
on if a
like
prenup.
that, then?
I didn't think I f***ed her over.
The thing about prenups
Yeah,
is like
I had the-
Think you f***ed her
Yeah,
over?
I
They-
mean, I
they
bought
seem-
the
they
house
seem
with
useful, but
intentions,
trying to actually
yeah,
argue one out
you
in
know, for a long
court seems
time.
like it's kind of hard.
Okay, but the house, not the relationship.
Yeah, so we lived in the house for a couple months, and then we ended up breaking up. So it just
It was a couple months.
it
And
was
to
a
be
couple
clear,
months.
both of you on the mortgage.
So
The
yes,
lock in a
we were
stacko
both on the
says,
mortgage because I had a
Emotionally ID
co-sign.
say marriage is also
Yes,
XD.
well, I'm still on the mortgage, yes, and so is
She's
she.
still on the mortgage?
Yeah, she's still on the mortgage.
When did you guys break up?
It was April of 24, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so over a year ago,
Yeah.
decently over, like a year and a quarter ago.
Yeah, and the issue that we had with it was I wasn't on the deed. She was. So I had no ownership of the property, but I was tied to it through the mortgage.
Interesting.
So we had this verbal agreement that she would live at the house, continue to pay the mortgage, and that's how it was for, you know, up until the early 2025.
Okay, so who moved out?
I did.
What's your living situation?
So I
So
live
are you
with-
paying double rent?
No, so actually my parents are very.
You moved in with your parents at 30.
I did, yeah. Yeah, I love saying
Eh?
that.
The lock in a stacko says,
No,
Imagine
so,
a marriage
Yeah.
only lasting a year.
So they have been very.
I bet that's
fortunate
pretty good
in letting
numbers
me
in some
live at
places.
home, and that's been
The
able
lock
to
in a
let me
stacko says,
build some cash.
I mean,
to-
I guess
Wait,
that's
why is
better
the
than
house
10
not
years.
sold? Did you guys want
I
to
guess
sell
yeah,
the house?
one
Have you seen the
one
market
short
recently?
year is
It's not
better than
great, but
10
if you're
miserable
looking at-
years.
What would you rather do? Sell a house or get foreclosed on?
Oh, I would love to sell the
Then
house.
why
trust
haven't
me.
you guys sold the house?
It's on the market right now.
The lock in a
It's on the market
stacko
right now.
says,
Yeah.
Ooh, price cut $10,000.
and it early be
I just
less
pulled it
screwed.
up. Yeah,
Yep.
small house under 1,500 square feet. That makes
Mhm.
it definitely harder to sell for sure.
Yeah, and the whole neighborhood is for sale.
I'm lagging.
And it's
Well,
ridiculous.
is that in a literal?
I'm
Not in a literal
lagging. That
sense,
makes
but
me
there's multiple
sad.
homes, like listed
The
for
lock in a
that
stacko
in
says,
that
Yeah,
neighborhood.
no, I mean,
or maybe
Texas
make
and
better
Florida have a
decisions.
supply surplus for sure.
Yeah.
So
Excuse
in a
me?
stacko
What do you
says,
mean by
we just
that?
hit literally this morning record high housing
One
prices
second, I'm
in
just
the United
gonna
States. Well,
kill
Florida and Texas
off
are falling because we're allowing builders to build in those
bunch
places.
of tabs. A
Yeah, I
lot
mean,
of tabs are
Florida's kind of
sleeping anyhow.
not a great place.
Yeah,
I'll
and
be honest.
I get
This is
weekly
the-
updates from the realtor, and they always tell me, hey, there's X amount of views over the past week. There's been this many.
I've got to fucking pause the thing. Back to
So what's this
tab.
foreclosure?
The lock in a stacko says, I was saying make better decisions instead of marrying someone you will divorce.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's impossible.
You live at home.
Impossible.
The lock in a stacko says, how?
It's impossible to make better decisions.
Seeing eye to eye, we had different paths.
Right after you guys moved in together and got on a mortgage
Yeah, I
together.
lowered
it's kinda
the
one of those
YouTube
things
video
that,
quality.
maybe this is
The lock in a
spark that we
stacko
needed to
says,
Yeah,
get
that
into a
does me.
house and
FR.
continue the relationship.
You
And
told Lindsay you guys got into a scuffle.
we did, yeah. We
The
did
lock
get
in a
into
stacko says,
scuffle, and
You
it
and
was-
a
only
woman.
bad decisions
yes,
make
me and a
sense.
woman.
Into
So,
a scuffle.
yes, into
You beat her?
no, not a physical scuffle. I would never beat a woman.
Oh, what the fuck else is the scuffle?
A verbal argument. What do you mean?
I don't think that's what a scuffle is.
You know,
Had
a verbal argument is a
and-
spat.
Okay, about what? Because that was such a big
Yeah.
decision to make when you guys are on a house together.
When you deal with a person who is so ignorant of the situation and
Who?
they're just not
Her?
seeing, yes,
Okay, yeah.
and they just don't see eye to eye, and no matter how much you talk to them, it always leads to an argument. You don't
What
want
were we discussing?
so it could literally be anything. And it was just being with this person was so
Did I just forget this one
annoying, and
layer?
it was just I could not be with her
The
at that
person you
point.
was with for 2.5 years before getting on a mortgage with her and then broke up after 2 months of closing the house. What the f are you talking about?
At the time, I was like, I
When
need
did
to
you
buy a home.
decide you were breaking up with her? Was it before the mortgage or after the mortgage?
It was after the mortgage.
Really? And
Yes.
how quickly did you break up after deciding you were going to break up?
It was in 2024 when I decided
And
to break
she
up with
lives
her.
there now?
No. So I didn't get to that part. So 2024 happened. She gets a tax bill for $5,000 because escrow.
What kind of
had-
tax? Okay, property.
Yeah, so they hadn't been collecting enough for escrow. So there was a
Ugh.
tax bill of $5,000, and she had no idea about this. She was not educated on it. So
Well, yeah, I mean, it probably jumped up because the new purchase.
did.
I'm sure they were homesteading before.
yeah, and so she never filed for homestead. And
The lock in a stacko
Well, in
says,
2024, did you
finished
how long was
cooking,
the house owned at that
gotta
point?
clean now.
so we bought it in August. So what
With
is
the
that?
joy
Would it have
comes
been
the
homesteading at that
pain.
point? I'm just talking. It probably jumped up from the previous owner.
It could've been.
The assessment from the previous owner, and they falsely assessed it from the mortgage standpoint.
They very well could have been. I had no idea.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so we ended up breaking up, and she got the tax bill, and she reached out to me, and she's like, "What is this? Why is the mortgage payment going up a couple $100 a month?" And
What
I
is
was,
the mortgage payment?
after the tax bill, $3,400 a
Just
month.
now.
$3,400 a month.
Whoa. The fuck is your rate? Yeah, the property tax must be substantial. That is, that's
Yeah.
not great. Okay.
No, it wasn't good. And prior to the tax bill, it was about
Yeah, you
28.
couldn't afford that on your own for sure.
No,
Okay.
no. So it was about $2,800 prior to that. So I was giving in about $1,600 for my half, including expenses. And
I'm
that
gonna
covered
call her in the post show.
everything. Good luck.
There is no way around it.
Good luck.
Yeah, but I want to hear her perspective
Okay.
because you essentially called her a bitch. She was like, "Oh, she's a ignorant," and I had to break up
Well,
with her
I'm not
because
gonna
of
lie
that.
to you. She is, she is kind of a bitch to deal with, and we're still dealing with the price cuts of the house. And I told her, I was like, listen, this house is gonna end up short selling, or it's gonna go to deed in lieu.
And what's her philosophy of the current sale?
She doesn't care, honestly, and this is what I was going to cover. So in February of this year, she just completely stopped paying the mortgage because I told her, like, listen,
What the?
yeah, it was January. I told her, like, listen, this is a good opportunity for us to look at selling the house. We obviously are not going to keep this. We can go on our separate ways. And there's
What's
no.
y'all's relationship right now?
We hate each other.
Oh my. Why?
Yeah.
What is with these toxic breakups? I'll never get it. I've never had a toxic breakup.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people?
But I'll be honest, Caleb. I'm glad that
Please.
relationship happened because of the current relationship that I'm in is probably the best one I've ever been in. Not
Yep.
even probably. It is the best relationship that I've been in.
Okay, he's finally taking it up the ass and he's super proud of it. Okay, we all get it.
No, so after I told her that, like, listen, we got to sell this house.
Matrix
and she
says,
had this recommendation
YouTube
that
chat check.
her friends could move in and they would pay rent, and that I just needed to help putting together a lease agreement for renter.
I'm
And I
gonna
told her
find where to
absolutely
put
not,
this
because then
part
we're
in her
liable
hair.
for all the stuff that happens. If something
I mean,
breaks,
looking at
I'm like, no,
the
you can't afford this. You
front
can barely
facing
afford
view,
an apartment on your
gotta be
own.
higher.
So why do you think that being a landlord would be a better decision?
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I can understand the
It's
desire to
hard
temporarily
to
do it until the
figure
market
out.
recovers in the area. So it's not like the ultimate worst take, but it definitely, I mean, co-ownership and a mortgage together, co-landlording, broken up, combative relationship, then having to actively manage it yourself unless you get a property manager, which would take about 10 to 15%.
Right.
But even still, it might not have been the worst option.
Well, I mean, and that could be an option, but after I had mentioned that to her, I was like, listen, this is not going to work whatsoever. Like, we need to sell the house. I was not in a position to say anything because I wasn't on the deed of the house. So I couldn't list it for sale. After that communication, she completely stopped talking to me whatsoever. And
Okay.
then that's
Why?
I mean, yeah,
I don't
looks
know.
Oh, come
looks
on,
reasonable to
why?
me.
Why?
Connect some dots.
No,
Why?
I really have no idea. After I had mentioned that, it was about a couple weeks later, I was at an event and I got a notification that my credit score had gotten a huge impact. And it was because she had missed the payments.
So
for
you
March.
pay her and then she makes the full?
So I would pay her my half. It was the
It's a
1600,
retribution?
whatever you want to call it.
Well, I don't know, but I'm also only getting your perspective. And no offense, but I don't trust most people on this show.
So her name was on the utilities. Her name was, on the deed and the mortgage. So I would just send her my half, and then she'd make the payment.
Yeah, and I understand
because
you're
she was
making it
the
all
only one
about
who
her,
had
but
the
listen,
payment.
you're in horrible debt. So this obviously you are not good with money. So I'm just hyper skeptical of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she accidentally missed the mortgage.
Well, no, she didn't accidentally miss the mortgage. She wasn't paying it on
For how
purpose.
long?
I think we're at 3 months.
Currently,
Yes. Currently, it's still unpaid to this point.
have you contacted the bank?
I've contacted the
And?
mortgage company multiple times.
And?
I
Dr.
have
Frederick
explained the
says,
situation multiple times.
Chatting,
She had
Riggs.
finally reached out to me about 3 months after the mortgage.
Yeah, I got
update
that
saying
there to
that
see if the
house is now
YouTube
vacant, the keys are on the
chat
table,
will
and I don't
work.
give a
Sometimes
this house.
people just talk and I miss it
Okay.
because it's not updating.
My parents and I, we went up to the house, we secured
Goodness.
the keys, we locked the house
Trying
down.
to figure out the hair
And
right
I said, all
now.
right, I need you to be in communication with me because we need to transfer the deed from your
Yes.
name to my name. To which she was cooperative in that capacity. So she signed everything over after a long battle of,
Well, good. Okay, so
Find
now the
different
home's
places.
listed and it's going down in value, and you're obviously going to be on, at least under your purchase price. But how much did you guys put down?
nothing.
Okay, so you're gonna have to. Where are you coming up with the extra money to pay off the debt when the house is sold?
That's kind of where we're at right now. As of last week when I contacted the realtor, they brought it up to me. They're like, hey, you might have to come, with some money to closing. If we end up short selling this property. I was like,
You're
all right.
gonna have to come with a lot of money, and you're
Hey,
already
it is,
horrendous.
yeah.
debt.
Imagine selling a house and
How
being
much bad
told,
debt you think you
yeah,
have?
you might have
How
to
much bad debt you think you
come up
have?
with
That's
some
outside of the
money
mortgage, big
at
guy.
Honestly, I
closing
think it's,
to
about
sell the
$40,000
house.
together,
That's
if I'm not mistaken.
it's gotta be some
$54,000.
painful shit.
No, how are you coming up with an extra $20,000, $40,000 to
It can't
finish
be
this
that
thing out?
much. No,
What the f are you talking about? You don't
it's
know
like
how.
6% for
you don't know-
realtors, and then
But you're gonna
and
sell.
then you got the closing
You're gonna
costs of
sell
title
under your
company.
purchase price, and you don't even know how far this is gonna fall before you actually get a buyer.
Uh,
Right now, it's a
Thing.
buyer's market more than it is.
I
to
made
sellers.
my
I agree
own
with you.
sparkling
You don't know
electrolyte
how
water.
much
Do a
is
deed
gonna
in
happen.
lieu instead.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Very
Are
bitey,
you going
but
to?
very
100%.
If I
That
had
is
to do
fine.
that, then yes, I would. And that's that's kind of what that's where I'm at right
The
now.
Lock
And
in a
that's what I came
Stacko
out.
says.
Why are you against a potential rent? Give up 10-15%. Let a rental property manager take it
So
over.
let's say if, for example, that you
taste-
get
the
somebody to move
taste
into
is
this house, they're not gonna pay
satisfying.
$3,400 for a
Basic-
rental like that.
No, you're gonna still have to probably
It's not
pay
as
rent,
bubbly,
half, but then you might be able to eventually sell
more
this at
bitey.
some point of profit. Market
I
recovery.
don't
If rates go
mind.
down, buddy, I bet that market's taking off.
I agree.
Mine.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Then I might have made a
The problem
mistake. I
is,
had
let's say I
some
do get a renter in
peach,
there, and the
0
house sells
calorie
within 3
peach
months.
syrup.
What happens then?
I don't know. I asked
That person has to
ChatGPT
move
if it would
out.
break a
The house is
fast,
stage
but because the
ready,
thing says like
and we are constantly
propylene
adding more houses to
glycol
get people to
But
come
this
in.
is
and
right, it already dropped it by what 20, 30?
natural flavor. I think the
Probably
natural
another 20,
flavor is
30
what
from
did me
there.
in, because
I just
it did make me a
okay.
little hungry
Yeah,
after.
it's
But
not. It's definitely been one of the worst financial mistakes that I've made, and I
Yeah, you broke up with her immediately. No, but again, I feel that's the. I
The
understand.
Lock in
Okay,
a
maybe
Stacko
she
says.
is a bit of a bummer. She
GPT.
this situation, okay,
Yeah.
for the past few months, but that still doesn't
yeah,
excuse you.
actually, I asked
$54,000 in bad
Gemini.
debt. Why the are you in so much bad debt?
A lot of it came from my
Anyhow.
20s, if I'm being honest, and there is
Okay, then why is it not gone?
because
20s was already happened.
I was definitely spending.
But
way
yeah, it was probably
more
better
than
for
I
me
was
Yeah, in your
making.
before
20s,
I
okay,
had
you're
put that
30 now, so
syrup
why is it
in.
not gone?
I'm working on it. You
I
know,
don't think
just,
so. I
don't
bet
know
you're
what to do with
continuing
it.
that.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do with it.
You don't know what to do with your debt.
No, I just don't know how to pay it off or the right way to do it.
What it's putting money towards it and cutting back on bullshit. What's the complication?
So I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do it. You know, I've heard these different methods like the snowball method and the avalanche method. But you know, it's like honestly, I'm not sure where to start with it.
Well,
You
they
know,
told me you're trying to invest all your money instead of paying off your debt instead.
yeah,
That's what they're typing to me right now. So that's actually a lie. It's not your lack of understanding on debt payoff strategy. You're just throwing all your money towards investments.
yeah.
Which doesn't make sense. 'Cause
yeah.
what the fuck are you getting that's going to be more than a 30% interest rate on
Well,
a
I'm
credit
trying
card?
to, you know, work towards retirement because I mean, if you're getting your 8% from your S&P and you're maxing out your
10.
your Roth, is it 10 now, or is it 8? Because I've kind of
10.
heard both.
Overall market's
All right,
8.
so we'll do an average of 9% and all that
10.
kind of stuff. So if we are investing that, it compounds over time.
It
If
sure
I-
does, and so does that 30% on your credit card.
Yeah,
but
that's the
obviously
point.
I plan on paying off my credit cards before I'm 60.
That's the trick, and it's really hard to understand when you're in. Oh my god, you're in debt. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna invest all my money, but no. You gotta think about it like this: credit card, 20% interest. Stock market, 10% interest, which means it doesn't matter how much you invest, you're losing a 10% of your money every month not paying off your credit card. Therefore, pay your credit cards down to 0 and then put all your money in the stock market and you get 10%. Or alternatively, let's say you got a mortgage that's at 4% and you have a stock market that's growing at 10%. It can make sense for you to just pay your normal mortgage and throw way more of your money at the stock market. Or you know, that's some people. So I don't think I could ever do this, but some people will go a bit fucking crazy, get a personal loan if they have a low enough interest. Like imagine someone that can get like a 5% interest personal loan for I don't know how much money. I don't know, 20,000, and invest that, and then just pay the like monthly payments. I mean, that means you would still be making 10% or 5% profit. I'm probably very wrong with this math. Because you know, some interests are calculated on a yearly basis, and some are on a monthly basis. But the point is, if you have debt, pay off your debt, because you're never gonna outwin. You're never gonna outpace, especially credit card debt. Just pay that shit off. And if you have money, don't go investing with that money instead of just paying off your credit cards. This guy's gonna explain his logic, and Caleb's gonna go, "No, you are dumb."
Obviously.
Yeah.
But yet you have not. You're not. What's bigger, 30 or 10? I'm so confused. What's
Well,
going to
30 is
compound
bigger,
more?
obviously.
Okay, that is going to compound more.
That's true. That's true.
Well, okay, so what the are you doing? Why would you not be paying off a higher interest rate debt than a higher interest you're getting on the returns for your investments?
Because I have to work towards retirement.
I agree. So pay off your high interest debt, get a fully funded emergency fund, and then
if I pay my cards off, then I have nothing. But if I'm putting towards my retirement, at least it's investing in the stock market.
yes, it is, but you're still losing more money net.
Well, I plan on paying off my cards before then, Caleb.
No. It's just the money over time, buddy. You're not making up the difference. You're not making up the difference. If you pay off your credit cards now instead of losing 30% for the next 10, 20 years, you can then throw the money in the market and let that grow afterwards after that's paid off.
Yeah, well, I plan on making more money as I get older. So, I'm going to be able to pay that off faster, right?
Or you'd be able to invest more. I'm confused. Well, if it was a 5% interest credit card, you're right. It's not.
I don't really know much more about investing except for retirement, like S&P and all that kind of stuff.
What? What's the question? What's the point? I'm confused.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is like you're saying invest more, but how do you invest more beyond your 401 or not your 401k, your Roth IRA?
Well, what about your 401k?
Well, right now I actually don't have a 401k.
Your business, the business you work for does not offer.
They do offer it. Yeah, I just.
Well, I think you just answered your question. What are you stupid? I'm so confused. I mean, you know the answer. That's the answer.
Yeah, but I'm really trying to look into like other options. I just don't know what's
other
out there.
options.
Other options are retirement or.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay, you said, I don't know other than my IRA. Okay, we know there's a 401k. Okay, you didn't sign up for it, so the answer is the 401k. What's this other thing you're looking for?
So let's say like you max out your 401k, you max out your Roth IRA.
Then you're on the right track.
What's after that?
Well, you can also just open up an individual brokerage if you want. You're not going to necessarily get certain tax advantage things there, but even still, you can grow. But if you're maxing out your 401k and your IRA at your income level, you're putting enough towards retirement, you don't need to put extra.
Well, I mean, what else is there to work towards at that point?
Fun. You get to have fun. But that's not where you are. You have $55,000 of bad debt, so what the
Yeah, this guy's trying to get to the fun part, but he's not even at the not dead part.
This is bad debt that is accruing interest, and you're going to have to fork up $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in order to pay off a potential mortgage if you don't get everything done the exact way you want.
Well, believe me, it's going to be half that because I'm going to hold her liable to it. Because she is still attached to that mortgage and she's not attached to that deed.
Yeah, potentially, but the legal fees can come up with that extra cost anyway.
Do you think that would be more than what the
I don't know. Depends what you sell it for. Depends what you sell it for, but court ain't cheap. Court ain't cheap.
It's not. It's not cheap.
Okay.
It's not cheap. But
so, I mean, yes, I agree. She should pay her part, but I don't know, man. I don't know what you're going to sell for. I don't even know when you're going to sell it. I don't even know if you're going to accept a low price with how low the market might demand at that time.
Honestly, I'm trying. I'm trying to sell this house.
I mean, there's not much more you can do than just adjust it to the market price.
And that's what we're doing. And
it is, but you don't know what that is yet.
So right now we are the most expensive per square foot in the neighborhood.
Wonderful. Sounds like that's great.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Then why the are you doing it?
Because we're adjusting the price to be more competitive, and that's why that
Buddy,
recent
when you see the panic drop in prices, even twice in 1 month, they're gonna lowball the out of you. You're not gonna get any reasonable offers.
Well, I did tell them not to lower it until the next month, so that way it was
doesn't matter, buddy. This is how the buyer works, man. You got to go through our real estate program. I mean, that's ridiculous. You're starting way too high over market. Those are the people that have to sell lower.
I didn't even offer that price or recommend that price.
Who did? Your realtor?
Yeah.
You had a bad realtor.
Yeah. Apparently, she's the #1 realtor in Florida, and she recommended that price. I was like, okay, well, you're the expert in this, so might as well. And since then, we've already cut it twice.
Yeah, I don't know, and
we've had
#1 according to what? Like,
it makes nothing to me. We've had 2 scheduled showings.
Because you're overpriced, you dumb tit. Of course, this is not. I mean, she is not the realtor to have. Listen, buddy, this might have to go off the market for like 6 months, 12 months, and put it back on at a reasonable price in order for it to adjust.
At that point, it would go into foreclosure, wouldn't it?
It actually would. Yes, you yourself double.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to figure out, and that's why the short sale is the current option.
Do they got an Airbnb it?
I know you have debt minimum monthly payments, of course, but even still, the mortgage you actually
split it up into 5 different houses.
Because you live at home with the parents, you would be able to technically afford it if you needed to.
It's $3,400. If I'm making $5,000, then that's
exactly. 16. It's insane.
It is.
But you have no overhead because you live at home. Other than that, it's just the other debt minimum monthly payments, which I don't know what they stack up to yet.
I mean,
it would just be
after
no
the debt
fun
minimums,
spending.
I think it would cover the entire month of my income.
There you go. So that's that. But you have no overhead. You don't
I
need
know
to
I
have
don't know.
fun.
I know I don't have overhead.
Okay, and you
But what
don't
about
need to
other
have fun.
expenses like gas, food, all
Well,
that other
that's
stuff?
overhead.
Oh, okay.
Would
So
you not be able to afford that in your minimum monthlies?
no, I
We'd
don't
have
think
to
I
see it
would.
at the
Yeah.
end. I don't know, man.
I guess
But
we'll
even
see.
still, if you rented it out for half, you could cover half. You were covering half.
You know,
The
And I'm
Lock
not
in a
saying that's
Stacko
what we want to
says,
do, but I just think
Right.
you're going to
what
get
does this
fucked on
guy do for a
housing
living?
situation.
you
Good
know, right?
question.
And it's going to come
I
down to
missed
what
it.
we could get if it was renting at that point,
Okay.
and if it's even worth doing. You know, if
don't
we
know.
sell the house in a couple months, then you know that kind of
Couple
fucks.
months after dropping another 20K with zero equity in the house already.
The Lock in
Yeah.
a Stacko says,
Okay.
It's a
I hear he made
situation.
80K, but
Okay,
that's at XD.
situation. Go to calebhammer.com/apply and come on the show. What do you think your score is? 0 to 10.
I
0
think
being
he
the
works
worst
from home
finances, 10
if you
being
got
the
no
best
I
overhead.
want to
finances.
say a 2.
Okay. If you want your financial score, financial assessment, take that assessment at calebhammer.com or click the link below. Also, if you don't want to be
The
like
Lock in a
guest who shows up
Stacko
on the
says,
show, download the
interesting.
Dollarwise budgeting app. We made it specifically for you, specifically for me. Sign up for the free trial and then take the annual if you want to save a lot of money and get our budget-friendly cookbook signed by me, mailed directly to you. And if you want to bundle all of our education with the premium version, you can also sign up for
Should I
our
do it just
premium
for the cookbook?
program, Dollarwise Central, which includes all of that bundled for 80%.
I need a sample. I need to see what's in the cookbook. What does the cookbook have that Google and ChatGPT can't give me?
You want to go into an MBA program. You haven't even finished your marketing degree thing
That's
that
my
you're
second
in.
degree. Yeah, it's my second degree.
Why are you getting a second degree? What are you doing? You already made good money. What are you trying to do?
So the first degree was in management, and that was paid for through a scholarship. But the second degree is marketing because my GPA was.
The Lock in a
After
Stacko
after I
says,
graduated. Well, if you go
a condensed,
into the
concise form of
master's program,
information.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay,
have
so
like a
talking about
3
for
point.
jobs.
Yeah, I was looking at like entry level for the MBA, and it was a 3.0 GPA. You had to have all these scores, and through the marketing program.
Also, I heard you're a douchebag.
Yeah, I could definitely.
You
get
have
that
this souped up car that is costing a stupid amount of money and you just refuse to get rid of it. Why? Why?
It's a dream
If you
car.
can't afford to live, I don't give a shit.
Who
about your
has
dream. I care about you
dream
living your life.
cars? You know, I guess I don't get that.
Care about you
You've
living.
always hated
I'm not
people with
there
Mustangs,
yet.
and that's what it is.
Well, it's a Mustang. It's not that exciting as far as dream cars go. I'll be
My dream car
completely honest.
Yeah,
runs
I would love to get into a different.
and
The Lock in a
plays
Stacko
music.
says,
So let's get rid of it.
I might get project
Why the
cars.
fuck not?
Because, like I said, it's a dream
The
car.
cars you spend millions
The Lock in
on.
a Stacko says,
Trying to get working.
Not really dream cars.
Foreclosed on. Get rid of the car.
Let's pay it off.
Yeah, but you're pumping an endless amount of money into it.
No, I'm not.
Come on, buddy. You got a $1,200 injector purchase. You're endlessly getting parts to modify it.
So I will speak on that.
You
real
wouldn't
quick.
even send us the VIN. You're the first one ever to never send us the VIN. Why the f wouldn't you send us the VIN so we can get the value?
Because I was
The Lock in a
so
Stacko says,
determined that I'm not going to sell this
fixing a car and making
what's
it
the
what you
f-
want
coming
is
on a
fun,
show where someone
but
tells you what
expensive
you should
hobby.
probably do?
Yeah,
Dr.
I told you about
Frederick
Chris
says,
with the truck guy.
Car enthusiasts often like fixing up old cars.
Those,
It's a
but
challenge.
I swapped them out for other parts for maintenance and all that kind of stuff.
What's the car worth? You
I would say about 23, 24.
Yeah, I got this guy at work. His name is Chris.
sell it.
He has this truck.
Get a $10,000 car. Take care of your debt.
I don't know what was up
I
with
mean,
it. Yeah,
it
when we
wouldn't
left
even
work
be
last
The Lock in a
yesterday.
Stacko says,
It accelerates.
if I had
Fifth
money
is a
and
debt
space,
dumb
I'd do
kid.
it.
That
Yeah, but
accelerates
key
that
points, you have to have
progress
money
really quick. That gets rid
and
of
space
Patrick
and
says,
tools.
And we snowball to it.
YouTube
You
chat
live at
check.
home as a 30-year-old. I don't give a fuck about
But
your Mustang.
this guy Chris
That's
from
pretty
work, I'll
nice, I'm
pause
not gonna
this.
lie.
This guy Chris from work, he has this truck that he is eternally, fucking around with. I don't know.
Dr. Frederick says,
Out of
what brush are
curiosity.
you using? Out of curiosity.
Right now, I am using C2 drawing hard painting dryad. So it's some brush in some bundle. Let's see. Dryad. You don't DVOD 2021 bundle. I had a day where I just downloaded about 5 different brush bundles, and I eternally just zoomer brain my way around them. I like this one though. I mean, I don't know if I actually like it, but I don't know, it's working. I don't really understand what it's for. According to the picture, it looks like fur. Oh, you can't see the picture. Okay, well, no, you can't see the picture. Hmm. I'll take a screenshot of the doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. 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 This is what it looks like. I don't know, whatever this is for. But anyway, this guy spends lots of money on his truck. It's fine, it's his truck, it's his money. But he doesn't have much money, which may be the issue, you know? But I mean, if you're gonna play around with the car and you really enjoy, you know, fixing it up, modifying it, what have you. It's more a question of, can you afford it? And if you can, then hey, as God is my witness, you have every right to do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have the money though. It becomes a question of your priorities. You know, you want to have fun, but can't you have it a later? Or you gotta like save. Like, all right, my car fund budget. But the thing is, when you don't have much money and you only have one car, it feels like a dangerous thing to be playing around with it.
Dr. Frederick says. Fun budget is important to think about.
Yeah.
Thelokinistako says. Tis a risk.
You know, because let's say your fund budget is you know one car part, which might be too ambiguous. So let's say your fund budget is like $200 in a month, but then maybe you fuck around with the car and suddenly you gotta buy like $500 worth of parts to fix whatever the fuck you did.
Dr. Frederick says. I have a friend who has an expensive hobby, Warhammer. But, he has no expenses and a good paying job.
Yeah, I got a buddy whose hobby is Warhammer and guns. He has no money, but also no will to live, so I guess he's fine being in debt. You know, Warhammer is one of these things. It's so time consuming, but also you spend. I don't. Okay, just how to say these words. I have no experience.
Dr.
Just
Frederick
of
says. He doesn't drink or waste money on anything else, so $100 or even $200 a month on the hobby isn't that bad.
It's all about the budget, right? If you have $500, that you can do whatever the fuck you want
Dr.
with.
Frederick says. I love the hobby, I'm just too broke to buy it.
Yeah, but it's really financially wise and humble that you can say, yeah, I'm just too broke. But I find it fascinating.
Dr.
That...
Frederick says. You don't need to spend that much, though. Once you have an army, you have it.
But I want more.
Botrix says. Dr. Frederick, you leveled up to level 1.
My logic is kind of like this. With Warhammer, I guess the point is you make that army. But the way that Frank does it, I just always thought the point was to enjoy painting things. Because all he ever fucking does is sit down and paint these little models. It seems like he's doing it for the rest of his life.
It depends.
And well, I mean, he'll say
Dr.
sometimes...
Frederick says. A lot of people are really into the painting.
But he'll say sometimes, like, I have so many blank models, I still have to paint.
Some people buy it to play it, some buy it to paint it.
Oh, Lord.
Dr. Frederick says. A $50 kit can last you a couple months if you take it slow.
Yeah, and see, that's another point.
Thelokinistako says. Frank does both, mostly painting.
Let's say, okay, my hobby is, I have a lot of hobbies. Let's be clear. But if
Dr. Frederick says. Others are into the optimal strategy.
I said Frank.
Though it's when it gets expensive. The Creatorero Am says.
Optimal.
Someone said Frank.
Yeah, Frank, what's the optimal strategy in terms of Warhammer 40k? Wait, but I wanna just get on this. I just wanna finish this one thought.
Dr. Frederick says. Although, if you're not in the competitive game, you can use off-brand models that are much cheaper.
No,
The Creatorero Am says.
I use
What?
off-brand. You would never see
Lock-in
me
Estacco
buying
says.
on-brand.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, but my own point is this: hobbies are for occupying your time in enjoyable ways, right? If I were to tell myself I can never buy something new until I use everything I have, I would be very well occupied for a very, very long time. So when there are people that keep on buying, like for example, yarn people and me, okay, if I'm not careful, I can just go into a store and like, oh, this yarn looks so nice. Let me just buy one.
Automod says.
You know?
Held a message for using channel block terms. Allow will post it to chat.
Oh, it was a scammer. I think it was Bob. But I should probably pay, or I should probably, stop this. So,
The Creatorero Am says. I have a great pile of shame I have to catch up on.
yeah, I assumed. See? But I was just trying to finish this one singular thought. I swear it's a coherent thought. You have a hobby, and you gotta be careful that you're not spending to feel like you're still just.
The Creatorero Am says.
Oh, Lord.
I don't really like the tabletop game, I just like the painting and building aspects.
See, I wonder if you could sell your finished like sets. A way to recoup your losses, but yeah, that's the thing. If you have an expensive hobby, I mean, there are ways to make it less expensive, and I guess one of them is just taking it slow and doing everything you have before buying a new one.
The Lock in Estacco says. I should get good enough to sell my models.
Yeah, but just don't make it that take the fun out of it all. Yeah. A lot of times you try to make profit off something, it takes out all the fun. I've never had fun in art in my life. No idea what I'm doing here. Please
Dr.
help
Frederick
me.
says. Exactly. Dr. Frederick says. Also, I enjoy art, because I am broke. Dr. Frederick says. And it costs nothing. The Creatorero Am says. I mean, I painted models for people and been paid for it.
That's great. That's great for both counts. Yeah, art can be very nice because it's everything you make it yourself. I mean, especially digital art. It's the upfront cost of the maybe the computer, the tablet, and you're like it's just a time. You put enough time in, and you can make anything. 3D models, animations. I didn't say that. Anyway.
Blue
Absolutely
3CT Amsra X3 says. Bro, I love how you draw art zero. The Lock in
I haven't
Estacco
drawn a
says.
single thing in like
Frank, pay me to
an
make you a
hour.
M60 model.
Where's my
The
brush?
Creatorero Am says. Well, I should do something productive like sleep.
Ew, what's sleep? Well, no, you should.
The Lock in Estacco says.
Good night. Good night, Frank.
G and Frank.
Oh yeah, see, it's good, Frank, that people might pay you to do it. Fucking get on that shit. You get to do what you like. Painting it, building it, assembling it. But yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of adopts.
The Creatorero Am says. Taco, I'll pay you 50 cents.
See, my issue is when I was younger,
The Lock in Estacco
and I had
says.
no money.
Buy me the kit.
I would do a lot of art to get characters. Now I have like 100 and something characters. And I also never use them. Or do anything with them. I would like to recoup my losses. My child losses. And my only idea So I can do an auction.
The Lock
Auctions and like
Stacko
selling them
says,
for like $1 each.
next project, either self-model or take care of THR adopts.
The plus side, making myself take care of the adopts, it would force me to draw so much. I would need to draw each one a ref sheet and probably give each one like a singular unique drawing and then sell it for like $5. If I can do it, it would be amazing. If I can't do it, I would probably
The
be
Lock
very
Stacko
disappointed in
says,
myself.
do it, you got it.
You say so, but I have not drawn that much in years. I am not very productive.
The
I don't
Lock
know what I'm doing
Stacko
with these
says,
years.
I believe in you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Botrix says, YouTube chat check. The Lock Stacko says, I'll yell at you like a client XD.
Yeah, I haven't drawn in like days because no one's been yelling at me. So to disappoint. Alright, I'll put the financial audit back on.
Yeah.
The Lock
You live
Stacko
at home with
says,
your parents at 30.
you don't listen to my yelling poo.
Yeah.
Now I've been
definitely
drowning out
cannot
the
promise
taco
that.
screams.
Hot
I have to
Wheels
find a
over
new way.
having any sort of independence.
You know, with all the parts
Heading
that I
into
put
middle
into
age.
the car, you know, I would thought that
I would
maybe it's
thought.
Lup, lup,
valued
lup.
a lot higher than 23, 24.
Okay, well, it's probably
but-
not because no one gives a
Yeah. No, I completely agree, but it's like, why sell it? You know, I need a motor.
So that
Dr.
you can
Frederick
start paying
says,
off debt.
it is
I have
excellent.
my,
You need a motor transportation, you'd get a
no, I have my
10,000 hour car
income
with
that's
it.
paying towards my
What
debt.
is?
You're not, buddy, how much came in last month?
The Lock
5,000.
Stacko
How much was
says,
spent last month?
tisk tisk tisk. Strongly
I'd
worded
say
email time.
4,000.
Dr. Frederick
8,636,
says,
so you have no
No,
idea what the
there's-
I
fuck
actually
you're doing.
forgot
That
to
is
ask,
math, that is
what
was
brush
added
are
up.
you
To go
using?
into how?
We certainly will. What do you think happens on this show? So, you're spending way more than you make. Paying off debt? What the f are you talking about? You're not paying off debt. You're not
Oh,
a debt
no.
payouffer.
Wait, I just want Twitch just maybe. No, you did ask. You did ask. And I thought I answered. I'm using this Dryad C2 brush, man. I'll put a link. Let me go find a link. No data. What do you mean no data? Oh no, I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping frames again. That's sad.
The Lock Stacko says, stream lag.
I'm dropping frames. Stream. Yeah, my bitrate is in the red.
The Lock Stacko says, damn, I'm sorry, hope it revives itself.
Yeah, me too. Let me know if you can see this. Or see me. Or any of that. La 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 la. Alright, maybe the stream is back.
Thelokinastaco says. Test.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Thelokinastaco says. Seems back.
Okay. Slimes is
Thelokinastaco
back.
says. A bit of delay but not bad.
I'm trying my hardest. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh. I could get a link to this brush. Let's see. Hey, look, it's right here. Do, 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 do.